Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1 is awesome. Before I watched it, I saw a tweet from someone who said that it was the best season since 2018. And even as someone who doesn't dislike Dragons Rising Season 3 as much as a lot of people do, I still thought, there's no way it's that good, it's that good. Obviously, I'm going to be talking spoilers. I just wanted to give off some of my immediate thoughts after watching it. First, I want to get out my only real big criticism. Why do the writers hate Pixel so much? She gets 2 scenes and a single line. That is just really annoying. But other than that, yeah, I loved it. I was really happy to see that Zane wasn't written terribly. He finally felt like himself, instead of just a robot who has zero knowledge about basic human emotions. He's a real person who's just different. I love this interaction between him and the Archdragon of Life.
Though you are only a simulation of life, your emotions seem almost real.
I may sometimes struggle to communicate my feelings, but I feel them as deeply as anyone else.
It really resonated with me as an autistic person, and it makes me happy that the young autistic kids watching will get to experience the same thing that I got to experience watching Zane in those early seasons. This season also fixed another one of my biggest issues with Dragons Rising, that being how it handles all the characters being split up. Before, characters would feel like they would just disappear and be forgotten about for ages, but now all the characters are constantly active participants in the story, with the only exception being Raz. But I kind of like that he was barely in it. Since the end of Season 2, Raz has kind of just been doing his own thing. And I like that he's constantly able to succeed due to the ninja always being preoccupied with something else. My least favorite of the various plots was probably Cole's. I don't dislike it. I always like seeing the finders. I found Cole in the prison cell pretty funny, but I just kind of liked everything else a lot more. And they got way more focused, so I don't really have any issues with Cole's stuff. Even though we knew both of these things before the season was released, getting to hear Jillian Michaels return as young Lloyd and finally getting some actual insight to the consequences of Lloyd rapidly aging way back in Child's Play was really awesome to see. And what they do with Lloyd and his power is really interesting. Everyone hated the Lego Ninjago movie when it came out, but turns out it was way ahead of the show.
Green is the color of life. It flows through all living things, connecting them all. The way I connect the ninjas.
I really loved everything with Kai, Nia, and Jay. That could change depending on how this plot with Jay's memories gets concluded, but I've enjoyed how it's been paced so far. I think it's been long enough for him to get his memories back. There's not much I have to say about it, it just made me really happy. But my favorite of all these plots was definitely the one with Sora, Ryu, Wildfire, and Frack. Mainly because I just really love Wildfire. She's definitely my favorite new character in Dragons Rising. I love everything about her. I love her as a crazy chaos seeker, always wanting to get into fights, but also how she's able to take situations completely seriously when a dragon is in danger. Frack's dad is one of the most hateable characters I've ever seen. I wanted him dead from the first scene he appeared, and that feeling never changed. I really like how this show has dealt with the topic of toxic family members. It's important to tell kids that if their parents are awful to them, they shouldn't have to put up with it, especially after they've grown up. At least he's not as bad as Sora's parents. Oh my god, seeing them again got me so mad. Can they please just die already? I can't stand them at all. It's really not surprising they would side with the Loyalists. And it's not surprising that the Loyalists exist in the first place, because unfortunately we live in a world where people will still side with obviously evil leaders who don't even try to hide their evilness. The final battle was so awesome. The fight scene this season were really great in general. The animation was fantastic, especially with how the camera was used. It really made every hit feel super impactful. And getting all 6 of the OG ninja fighting together after 3.5 seasons, as well as the new ninja fighting alongside them, damn! That felt good. What also felt good was the new intro. The combination of We Rise and the Weekend Whip was done so well. I am so happy that my first time watching brand new Ninjago since 2014 was with episodes this good. I can't wait for part 2. But that's all for today. My name's Dr. Lamington. Like and subscribe to make me smile, and I will see you later.